Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today, I have a special guest today. She is not only a unicorn agent and a real estate investor, she's also one of my best buds.
Yeah.
Ja'el Thomas. How are you?
Good. How are you, Shauna?
Good. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, Ja'el is a real estate agent, a unicorn agent that we call in the Subto community, a unicorn agent in Maryland, Virginia, and a real estate investor. And she has a YouTube channel, and she just wrote a book, and she has how do you do it all?
I don't know. I'm crazy, I guess. Honestly, it's because of this community. I have
What
to
was
say.
that?
I think it's really because of Pace's community, honestly.
Yes. Yeah. Well, when I grow up, I want to be like Ja'el.
Shauna, you're awesome.
You are. Thank you. Okay. So let's start with how we met. I'll start from my point of view. I joined the Subto community. I started doing the videos and the daily dials. And then, as I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? This is great, but I need to get in front of people instead of just seeing them on the camera. So I went to the first meetup that was available, and I got there a little bit late because it was a little far. And as soon as it kind of broke, two beautiful women run up to me, and they're like, hi. I'm like, hi. It was Ja'el and her mom. It was love at first sight. They just totally took me under their wing, and they've been phenomenal. And they're also my business partners on my first deal.
Yes. And Shauna, I have to say that your energy is just electric. And of course, we loved you at first sight. And also, I'm super grateful for you for bringing me my first buy and hold opportunity. So we have a special bond that is not going anywhere.
Right, exactly. Yes, and I am so grateful for that. I tell everybody, I'm like, they're my two favorite people in Subto.
Don't tell anybody that.
I just did.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So, how did you find Subto? When did you join, and what led you to Subto?
Okay, so we found Subto in December of 2021, and it was during one of the hardest times in our lives. But what happened was we had a family friend send us a lead of a seller that actually was way behind on his mortgage and had been paying it since 2008 and was still in 2021 owing more than what the house would sell for. So I was a brand new agent at this time. It was like my first year as an agent. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to list this property. I tried to sell it off the market, and I'm a numbers girl. The numbers did not work. But also, we love helping people. So we're like, we can't just tell them no. Let's try to figure out what solutions are out there for him. So we were like working on this for 2 or 3 months. And then my mom saw a Bigger Pockets podcast, and Pace was on there being interviewed. The power of interviews is real, guys. And we were like, okay. Then we started digging into Pace in the community and just seeing that there were creative options for people like that seller, and not having to tell people, hey, I can't help you, and letting them ruin their credit and everything like that. So we were literally living in a hotel at that time, and we were like, should we do this? So we just went with our gut, and we walked on faith. And in our first 30 days, we actually received $10,000 assignment fee.
So wow. That's phenomenal. See, I love that. I feel like a lot of people would probably have passed that type of situation by because the numbers just didn't work. Mm-hmm. But because the person was, near and dear to you, not like all of them aren't, but, this was like a family member. So it was very important for you to try to figure out a way to help them.
Absolutely.
You had the resources, and
I was calling inspired within my first 3 months of becoming a real estate agent. And it was the crazy market of 2021 where things were selling 100K over asking, 10 offers in on one property. I was like, well, I'm a new agent. I can't work with buyers and get beat every time. I have to be a listing agent. So I was just thinking after we joined the community, like, dang, how many opportunities did I pass up that I could actually help that person out? So that's why I love Subto.
Right. Yes. I mean, agents out there, look, there's lots of real estate agents in the Subto community. So creative finance is another tool in your tool belt
Yes.
that is actually being pulled out and used a lot more often here. And I feel like that's not going to stop anytime soon. I feel like it's just going to keep growing in popularity.
Mess up is thinking that it's a one size fits all for every seller. But what we have is options for them, and creative finance is an option. It's not going to work for every single transaction.
Yes, true. And that's why they call it creative, because there's lots of moving parts and we creatively make it work for everyone involved, including the agents.
Yes, a lot of you guys are missing out on money out there. You are holding on to deals that you know are going to expire, listings that you know are going to expire. For someone like me to call them with the solution where you could have just worked with me and actually made a commission on that.
Right, right. And you can work with real estate investors all the time, whereas clients will only buy a house like every 7 to 10 years.
Yes, yes. They'll tell you in 2 years they're going to move, but good luck with that.
Yeah, right.
So I started in this business from the investment standpoint. So I've always worked with investors and just, started as a listing agent.
Yes. So have you done any fix and flips?
No fix and flips under my belt yet, but I have analyzed fix and flips for private money lenders to lend on. So I know where the numbers need to be. I have general contractors in my family. So this year I am going to be doing some fix and flips. That is something I really want to do. And we're in an all-time low inventory market. So it's the perfect time to do it.
Yes, yes. So fix and flips are going to be like the last thing on my list because they just scare me because if you don't know about, contractor things and repairs that need to be done and stuff like that, it can get kind of scary.
Even with traditional and easier creative deals that are turnkey, there's always something that's going to come up that you didn't account for, didn't expect. So we always put a cushion of 10,000 into our numbers, even more sometimes, just in case things come up. But with fix and flips, you really have to have the knowledge and expertise to identify what it may sell for conservatively. Because what if you don't get that highest price? Then how much renovation costs, holding costs, how long are your contractors going to take? There are so many things to consider there. And you got to pay an agent commission to get top dollar most of the time.
Yes. But you being an agent,
I can give you a discount. I'll give myself a discount.
right? Yeah, they are. They're pretty tough. I've had people reach out to me and say, "Hey, I'm looking at getting in fixing and flipping." I'm like, maybe you should hold off on that. Start with something smaller. Don't take a big bite out of the middle of the sandwich.
Some people get lucky and have a great experience the first go around, but from my experience, a lot of people don't, and they're nightmares. But what we do in this community, Shauna, as you know, we partner with people who have the experience. So that's why I really love being in Subto, because now we have people in here that are agents, investors, and Class A contractors. That's who I'm partnering with for my first fix and flip.
Yes. I mean, really, yeah, actually. Yeah, you can do whatever, because whatever part you don't know how to do or you don't have confidence in doing, you can JV with a person that has everything you need right here in the community. It's like, it's phenomenal.
Amazing. And a lot of people make the mistake of saying, hey, I want to get all of the money to myself, but you actually end up losing in the end, where you should just take a piece of it, move on to the next deal.
You can do a lot more. Better together, right?
Yeah.
These things don't come from nowhere.
Right.
So how do you feel about the future of Subto and your role in the business?
I think it's going to be extraordinary. I think it's going to be bigger than any of us can ever imagine. I have to say that because of this community, I've been able to be in rooms and put on a platform that I never could have imagined. like you said, my YouTube channel, I started it about a year and 3 months ago, and I've had the opportunity to interview Pace, Jamil, meet them in person, be around them, get mentorship directly from them and advice. And it was just like, wow, I thought I would never be able to meet these people. I thought I would never have these opportunities. And it's all happened this quickly just from being in the right circles.
Yes. I mean, when it falls into place, it just happens like that quick.
We're going to be the leaders in the industry because we're able to help more people. It's not always about how much you're going to make in these transactions. It's how many lives you're going to impact. And I feel that the Subto community will be out there making a better change in the world and also making change for the best in the real estate space. It's not about the competition and who has the most. It's about how can we help everybody win.
Right. I mean, there's way more business out there to do than there are people to do it.
Yes. When we're looking at how many pre-foreclosures are coming to the market every day because of the economy, you guys, we need more people doing pre-foreclosures. There are not enough of us reaching out to pre-foreclosures to help all of these people that need us. So it's enough for everyone.
I'm going to put that on my list. Totally. Mm-hmm. And another thing that I love about Pace, I've like, given him lots of props on my episodes, but this one I haven't mentioned yet. Unlike this is why he calls it a community and not a mentorship or a coaching program or whatever. He loves to be involved with his community. It's like super, super important to him. I mean, like he'll go out of he'll do deals with us. He'll be on your, podcast. He has all kinds of events constantly scheduled. He wants to interact. He's like, he tells everybody to message him on Instagram. And I'm thinking, there's like 13,000 of us. How do you want us to message you? Like, how do you even?
He responds right away. That's how I got him on my YouTube channel, a direct message.
Oh, yeah. So one thing that he was doing recently for all you viewers out there is he's picking like so many names ever so often to come and spend the day with him. Yep. Your mom won recently.
She won.
How did that go?
She's going to go soon. So it hasn't happened yet. They planned everything out really well. And then they just, send you the emails and get you prepared so that you can get out there and have a great time, especially because some people work. Not everybody's able to do real estate full time. So they're really accommodating. And just, he's so genuine. He's really like what you see in the videos. Like he gives real hugs. He really cares about what's happening in your life. So it's just really, really special.
Yeah, I picked up on that right away. I just immediately clicked with him. I picked up on that. And I haven't got to meet him in person yet, but I will at Squad Up Summit.
Woo! We're going to have to show some of your viewers what's going on there because it's going to be lit.
Actually, I had plans to take video clips of the whole thing here, there, traveling there, all kinds of stuff, meeting people and stuff. And then, when I get back, kind of edit it and put it all together. So, yeah, I had plans for that.
It's going to be special, Shauna. And I can't wait for you to meet him and give him a hug so you can be like, it's me, Pace. Because you're
the Squad Up Summit, it's not just a Subto event. It's also for Jamil's people, Astro Blaster, right?
Astro flipping. Jamil has also Vina Jetty's community will be there, but they've also opened it up to the public because we want to educate people. We want to connect with people that may not even be in real estate.
Yes.
There's so much value anyone can bring to this industry. And that's what Pace shows us all the time. Whatever skill set you have, you can bring to somebody's team and be a huge asset.
Yeah. So anybody out there that's listening now or in the future, the Squad Up Summit is April 23rd to the 25th.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to get your tickets soon. And after this episode airs, I will make sure I go back and put a link to join Squad Up Summit if it's something that interests you in the description box after this episode airs. What are your passions and areas of focus in Subto?
So my passions are definitely midterm rentals because I told you we were displaced. So That's really big for us to help families that are in some of the toughest times of their lives. One thing that's really important is making them feel like they're at home, because it gets really hard when you're moving from place to place, or the insurance company isn't responding. You're waiting to hear back about your claim. You can't imagine the amount of stress that people are going through. Some people lose everything in their home, all of their family photos, all of these things. So any way that you can make them feel relaxed and at ease, and just giving them a safe place to live that feels more like in their home than a hotel, it's really important to us. Another thing that's super important is the private money lending aspect, because there are so many people that work really hard for their money and they're not making a return on it. There are people who have money in savings that's not bringing them any benefits. But when you have great real estate investors out here like us that actually bring people double-digit returns, that could be a huge value add to someone's life, to someone's family, to someone's retirement. And it's just super important. My mom had no idea about it until she joined this community, and she had money sitting in an IRA, and she moved it over to a self-directed IRA. And because of the people we partner with in this community, she was able to make over 6 figures in 8 months. That is absolutely powerful.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of people, most people don't even put away for retirement, or they get started really late. So if you have money, you're like, if you're going to live past what you've saved, what better way to grow your income for retirement so that you don't run out of it, and you can grow your money and have, make sure that you have enough plus, probably way more than you even thought you'd be able to make.
PACE has also simplified it with the Gator community. When we talk about private money lending, you don't have to start there. You can start with as little as $500 or $1,000. But how often can you see your money grow by 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50% in 30 to 60 to 90 days? Of course, you have to vet deals. Of course, you have to vet who you're working with, but no community has ever made it easier to partner with good people that will actually make sure that you're protected in the deal, as well as protecting yourself with paperwork.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, even if you don't really want to do real estate deals, you can still make money. And
massive. She was making money in her sleep. We didn't even know how to do some of the paperwork yet. We didn't know how to analyze all of the deals yet. And she was still able to make over 6 figures. And now, because of that, 11 deals were brought to us. I told her to say yes to 8 of them. I consult people and I help people analyze if it's a good deal and what questions to ask, and to if they should move forward or not, and definitely to consult their attorney after that.
Right. Yeah. I can testify to that. Okay. So do you have any advice for someone just starting out in Subto?
Absolutely. So the biggest asset and value add to your business that you can do is networking, guys. I know you thought I was going to say something else. No, it's relationships in this business. Relationships have gotten me everywhere in this business. Not what I know, it's who I know. And it's really building new friendships, not just business partners, to have those lifelong relationships that you all can really help each other take it to the next level. So network, meet as many people as you possibly can. Go out of your way to make new friends, and, just try new things.
Yes. I was going to tell him to get your ebook, but we haven't gotten to that part yet. I was going to say, get Ja'el's program and get her ebook.
Yes.
We're going to get to that here shortly. Okay. What are some of we know you're a savvy businesswoman and a top-notch agent. What are some of your passions and interests outside of Subto?
Well, really, you guys, I'm in real estate to pursue my passions after real estate. I love that there's no cap on our income, but I love fashion. I love print work. I love everything that has to do with beauty and makeup and all of that. And then I just recently found out that I'm a great teacher and interviewer. So that's something that all goes together. And hopefully one day I'll be on TV and an actress somewhere. So who knows what will happen. One thing that this community has done is open my mind to infinite possibilities. It's not about how old you are. It's not
Mhm.
about your size and all of those things that used to bog people down about, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. That has nothing to do with anything. It's all here. So now I know that all of those things will happen just at the right time. So I'm excited.
Yes. Yeah. And you are on TV. I mean, YouTube is my favorite TV channel.
Yes. all millennials, Gen X, they're like, we don't even watch TV. We are on YouTube and TikTok. Like, come on.
I'm telling you, that's like for real. That's not even a joke. Like that's serious.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you the last time I watched TV. I used to watch like an episode or two of something every night before bed, and I don't even do that anymore. I'm like, I love multitasking, so I'll have a YouTube video on over here on this monitor while I'm just finishing up this over here, and that's it.
You go, girl.
Okay, so we've talked about this a lot on my show, and I'm sure you've taken the test, but are you a visionary or an integrator?
I am 50-50.
What?
Yes. So I have like visionary and integrator qualities because I have a huge vision. Then I used to not be able to figure out the steps in between to get there. But
Uh-huh.
now I'm super, super into systems and making my life easier every day. So even if I tweak my system by 1%, by the time the year ends, I've tweaked it by 365%. So those little nuances will help me do more business by doing less work and making more money. So that's super important to me. So I love both aspects.
Actually, I can see that. Did you take the test though? I figured that you did, but did you take
Yes,
the
I took the
Oh,
test
okay.
when I first got into the community. I haven't taken the new test with whoever Pace interviewed, but I did take
I
a
think
test when I joined the community about visionary integration.
Yeah, it's like from the rocket fuel book.
Yes, it was a 50-50. I was like, wow.
So
And
that those were your numbers or they were just both the same?
they were exactly the same rank.
Right. Wow. Do you remember what they were?
No, I haven't. I took it when I first joined and I was like, okay. So like I love doing pitch
I
decks.
would have I
So
would have guessed visionary.
so if someone tells me like this great idea, here's the property, here's my business plan, I can put it into a pitch deck to show it to investors and make people want to give us their money. So I'm like, it's both. If someone tells me what they used to do, I can help them narrow down exactly what they should be doing right now to get where they want to go in the community.
You're young compared to me at least. You know what I mean?
You look
But,
young.
so I feel like a lot of the younger generations are more equipped to be able to do it all, whereas, like, my generation, you're usually were one or the other. But, yeah, I mean, you're a shining example.
I do both. I
Ja'el is a great role model for you youngsters, like, great.
you, Shauna.
You have any deals that you would like to bring to Jael? This is her buy box. You want to tell us about this? LTR stands for long-term rental, like a regular tenant renting something. MTR is midterm rental, of course, for like people that have had fires or people who are in town for business or etc. And then the STR, of course, is the short-term rentals like an Airbnb.
Mhm. Yeah, so a little bit about my buy box. I'm looking for more properties to hold long term that will cash flow, but I am in the DMV area, and we're realizing more and more that with this market and even with the lower interest rate properties, there's still not enough space in there for what it will rent for. Very, rare that we see a great deal here. So now I'm pivoting to other markets that are a little bit of a lower price point. I'll buy anywhere that's a landlord friendly state. If it's a little bit more than 10% entry all in, or if you need me to help you kind of underwrite it and you have a deal, I'm definitely open to taking a look at these things. But with midterm rental, if we're over 10% entry, we also have to get private money to furnish the property. And I'm a numbers girl. So I'm already accounting for the interest we have to pay back, how we're going to pay that lender back, and all of those things. So there are a lot of projections there. So being at 10% or less, that's a really great deal. And you don't have to worry about as much and raising as much money as time goes on. I would love for it to be a 5% interest rate or less. The lower, the better, but I will look at anything below 5 from now on. And 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms is really the sweet spot for us with MTRs. We love to be able to sleep 12 to 15 people because big families get displaced. And for insurance companies, it's much easier to pay me $300 or $350 a night, whereas they would have to go get 4 or 5 separate hotel rooms every single night. So,
Right.
and
Yes.
also, as I stated, Shauna, even properties that are turnkey, things come up. So as you can see, rehab on top of entry and furnishing, that can be a whole lot. So if you find properties near hospitals, colleges, any big businesses, we would love to look at the opportunity as an MTR. But if it works as a long-term rental and there's at least $600 in between of the rent value and the mortgage, I'm definitely open to checking that out.
Nice. Awesome. Love it. Okay. So you can do deals with Ja'el.
In any
Awesome.
state that landlords
Yeah.
are loved.
If you would like to get a hold of Ja'el and check her businesses out, here is some information on how to get a hold of her. Here's all her social media handles. You can find her on her website, here on YouTube. I noticed YouTube and Instagram have the same handle there.
Yeah, I try to keep it uniform throughout. So if I can get Ja'el.Thomas or with the underscore, I try to do that to keep it easy for everyone.
Yes, yes. So there's all her social media handles and her website. And let's see, tell us about what you have coming up here in the
Woo!
there
So
is an ebook.
yes. So Shauna, you really told me all the time. You're like, dude, you are a good unicorn agent. And I've been teaching a lot of other agents and talking with a lot of investors. And I'm seeing that also at meetups, I'm seeing a lot of older agents that have never invested in real estate. I have to say that is a huge missed opportunity because we have all of the inside scoop. We have pocket listings. We have so many great opportunities to keep these properties. And what I realized already just being an agent for 3 years, every time I close a deal, I got to go do it all over again. How long can I do that?
Yeah, we're unemployed in between deals.
It's really exhausting. And guess what, guys? I've had a lot of failures. I've had a lot of slow months. I've had some great months, but I don't want to live the rest of my life like that. So I thought about doing agency as well as investing at the same time, and growing both at the same time would just be the best way to go. But also, it was really tricky when I first got started. So if I can find a way to share these things with people and also create a community of agent investors to give you all the resources to help you win that it took me 3 years to build up and I'm still building up, then I can help more people be successful long term and to have time for their family and to have the freedom to travel and do what you want to do. As a listing agent and an investor, I can take my computer wherever I go and work from there. I can be in
Yeah.
Dubai. My client doesn't care.
Yes.
Still
You
get
could
done.
be at Squad Up Summit.
That's where I'm going to be. And right now, I have 5 listings on the market, and I'm right in the comfort of my home right now.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes. Boom. Right. I love that. Boom. I say that all the time.
I have to give credit to Mamadou. That's him, Mr. Boom. That's my brother.
Yeah, he like really he kind of mentored you and your mom when you
Yes,
first
he
started,
really
right?
helped us out a lot on the way in, doing the paperwork and bringing us a lot of great opportunities. Unfortunately, he moved to Atlanta, but we love Atlanta market too, so we visit him every chance we get.
So that's why I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him yet.
Yes, he used to be in the DMV, but now he's in Atlanta doing it big. So really excited for him and everything that he shared with me along the way. He was a great mentor for me as well as Pace when I first got started.
See, that's another thing too. I don't think I've ever mentioned this before on any of my episodes, but I feel like before Subto, my vision was limited to my area.
Yes.
And now since I joined Subto, I'm looking at the whole country.
Shauna,
I didn't even know what size Alaska was until
God. Worldwide. Because of the interview I did with Pace, I had a guy from Australia reach out. We've also gotten multifamily opportunities in Dubai. Worldwide. Things
Yes,
that never
worldwide.
thought possible.
Yes. I mean, I have friends in California.
Yes. Good friend.
Lot. Man, I really gel with those California people.
I have
Like,
to shout out my girl Juliet in California. She's like my sister now. I met her at the Deal Makers in Arizona, and I just love her. And then she introduced us to some more of her California friends, and we just love them too. So you're right.
Texas, and I mean, they're
It's the
everywhere.
weather, Shauna.
Say what?
I think it's the weather. They're never cold.
Yeah, yeah, and the sun is always shining. That's what
What is there to be mad about?
right. They got a lot of vitamin D
Yes.
with the sun shining. Yeah.
Shauna, can I share one more thing before I leave?
Absolutely.
Because I was so blessed last year and had such a wonderful year as an agent and an investor, was able to close on 88 doors, the one creative deal you
Mm.
brought me, and the commercial multifamily in Athens, Georgia. We need a couple more investors for that, even though it's already closed. But if you have anybody that's accredited, come my way. But because I was so blessed last year, I'm actually hosting a huge community give back event on May 31st from 4 to 7 for the youth. It's for the Boys and Girls Club of Alexandria, Virginia. Starting this month, we're actually collecting supplies and donations for the children, and we've got sponsors, and it's going to be a huge community day, carnival style, on May 31st. And just because of this community, we know that giving back is number one. So I just wanted to share that. If anybody wants to donate, has supplies, or even just volunteer, you'll be seeing this marketing coming out this week. And I just appreciate everyone that will help, that will be a part of that, and everyone that even just puts their thoughts and their prayers towards this, because it's a really big cause and we're really excited about it.
I love that. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Yes. Also, we forgot to talk about your program that you have where people can save on essential bills.
Yes.
You
So
tell
my
people about
essential
that?
service, this is what you were saying, Shauna. I do so many things. So
Yes.
not only are we investors in multifamily and residential, we also provide essential services all over the country in several different countries. So we
Mhm.
have helped people save on their Wi-Fi, gas, electricity. We have Vivint Home Security, identity theft protection. All we do is allow you guys to compare your rates to see if you can save money. If you can't, no worries. But if you can, we've helped people save hundreds of thousands of dollars in their healthcare bills, their phone bills. And it's just been a true blessing for the people that have been able to switch over their services. And with every new customer, a child is fed through Project Feeding Kids. So always a way to give back and to help others in different situations. And I know that a lot of us are investors and we need those savings on our properties, whether we have a tenant in them or not. Thank
And
you.
I know for a fact that, like, helping people is near and dear to you and your mom's heart.
Really important.
You guys have been in situations where you've just been full of gratitude for people being there for you, and you just wanna pay it forward. I know that.
Yes, in every way possible. If you guys need help with anything, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to Shauna. She's my business partner. She's my close friend. She's a sister to me. And I just want to thank you, Shauna, for having me and just highlighting all the things that we're doing together and as a community.
Thank you. I feel the same.
Thank you, Shauna.
You're welcome, honey.
Peace.
Okay. So, thank you so much, guys. Oh, wow. You have that set up?
No, I just did peace.
Did you see the
Yeah,
balloon? See, I
yeah.
don't have that turned on.
I don't know how I did that.
I think I don't know. That's wow, I'm gonna have to look into that. So you just had peace and the balloons just started
A
going up,
feature
right?
Shauna doesn't know about?
No, I mean, I don't know where the balloons came from. That's
It's Pace's birthday, not mine.
right. Pace's birthday. Yes, we have to go say happy birthday to him. He's at that Dallas meetup today.
Wish I was there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show. And thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.